Wacky, 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 wacky. Are you wacky? Yes, I am. Are you Willy? Yes, I am. Now it's time for Willy, Wacky Willy Willy. And it's Wacky, Wacky, Wacky Willy. Here we go. Motherfucker. Yeah. Wacky Willy. Feedback, mailbag, email, fuck you, email, Wednesday, Willy. Does anyone listen to this episode? Hello, everybody, to the Wacky Willy Wednesday, where we get your feedback. I've just walked off stage at my show, in Melbourne, and so Tom is taking the lead. Hi, Tom.
Hi, how are you? Yes, write in if you listen to this episode.
With pen and paper.
Or leave a comment on YouTube or Spotify so we know.
Well, thank you for the Helen Garner feedback as well. If I can just say general feedback.
Fantastic.
People moved by Helen.
Yeah, incredible episode. Really.
What do you got there, Tom?
Hi, Broden, Tom and Mans. First off, I wish you the wackiest and williest of Wednesdays.
Oh, and I feel it on this hump day of Wacky Willy.
Thank you very much, Nick.
Hump Willy.
It. I have some philosophical dilemmas.
Yeah, perfect. Well enunciated, Tom. Yes, tell us.
I have some philosophical dilemmas I'd love your thoughts on. When you are in more than one tipping comp, should you tip the same team for both or different?
Who has the fucking energy to tip opposite?
I know, right? But who's tipping too? But I don't think you would tip opposite. You would just hedge your bets. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're going to be wrong one way or the other. But if you're not pure of heart with your tipping, if you walk through life and you are not pure of heart and you are scum, if you're hedging your bets, then you are not a person at all. You are scum. Now, I just want to throw to Paddy here really quickly. He's becoming more and more a figure in this show. Paddy.
Yep.
Paddy, you run the office tipping for Haven't You Done Well Productions, don't you?
I do.
So that includes all of Auntie Donna. That includes our GM, Georgia. She's a big tipper.
Mon is winning.
Mon now,
Mon is
who's
winning.
in one of the producers at Haven't You Done Well, producing Westerners on ABC iView. You can check that out soon. You're in charge of that. You collate everyone's tips. Why have you not put my tips in? Because I'm the footy guy. He doesn't put my tipping into the work tipping. And I imagine if I was in the work tipping, Mon wouldn't be winning, the bro man would be winning.
So this is the theory that I've had with Max, is that the more you know about football, the worse you are at tipping.
Yeah.
Which
It's
I've
true.
discovered firsthand this
Zach and Mon are destroying.
Yeah. Zach Rowain doesn't know anything about
He doesn't know
football.
who the teams are, and he's streaking the field.
He knows less than Helen Garner, Australian All Like, and he considers himself like an artsy type, one of them artsy movie types. But yeah, why have you not just put my tips in there?
Because you put mine in, don't you?
I do put yours in.
So it's just fucking Paddy, just passive aggressive bringing down of the bro man.
This guy's too
bread
big for his
buttered
shoes.
stuff.
you
Yes.
know?
Why?
Sorry, bro, man. That's very cruel of me. I'll have a big week on the track.
I don't-
go within my four walls and have a think.
Yeah,
about it.
go in your four walls, fucker. But what? I don't care. I just want to know why.
Neglect.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Because for the first few weeks, I would also check in with Paddy, like, hey, do you want me to put him in, or have you got him from the Wednesday episode, you know?
Oh, yeah, so you did that sort of, what's that, emotional management.
Yeah, I
Whereas
just
I have
checked in.
never even,
Message Paddy.
yeah, I've never looked Paddy in the eye. Paddy's been working here for 6 months. Not really. 4.
4, 3.
Thank
Two
you.
and a half.
Thank you, Paddy. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
No, I look for, where would I be? I'd think I'd be second half or lower, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you're below me. The second question is, are you allowed to change AFL teams? For example, my dad, known as Peter or Serge Senior by the girls at my footy club, is a Swans member and loves the Bloods. But
Here we go.
he was an Essendon supporter growing up. Based on their success, the change makes every sense. But is it allowed?
Now,
I
Tom,
changed
now let's talk to an expert of being a
Yeah.
pea-hearted, just sort of fair weather in Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, you grew up going for Hawthorn.
Hawthorn.
And then why did you shift away from Hawthorn?
Because I felt like I inherited Hawthorn, and I'm a bit like, fuck my inherited family. I believe in my chosen family.
Well,
you know?
that's true of you, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Like, you have an aversion to your heritage, like, well, not an aversion, but you've changed your last name.
Yep.
You've changed your...
Got baptized in the waters.
you got baptized to the Greek culture.
Yeah, no, I
You've
really...
had several nose jobs.
No, I really feel like I'm all about my chosen family, and I'm the same with my footy team. It's so much more powerful, my chosen team, as opposed to my given team. Whereas you just given your team and loved it.
My earliest memories are like people around me, larger people than me, going, we are the demons. And that, you know, I've never... That, like, when I think of Melbourne, I'm like, that is who I am.
Yeah.
That is my family. And most of the people who were doing that at me are now either dead or don't follow footy anymore. But I'm now the guy who's the Melbourne guy, and all the people
100%.
that did it are either dead,
Yeah.
I reiterate, or not following footy that much. So why is this? It's with me in here deeply. I can't
100%.
remember. But that's what part of what I like about footy is I give you full permission to be able to just say I don't go for that team anymore. I think that's completely fair. You do whatever makes you happy. But also there's a part of me that's like, it's who you are.
Yeah, 100%. And I do feel like it's completely different, me and you. Like, you actually grew up with football and I didn't really.
Then there's Mitchell Kelly, for example, who was grown in, he had all the exact same circumstances as me, same people doing the same shit. And he just went, because my grandfather on my mum's side, John Pegg said, no, we go for the Tigers. He went, I'm going to go for the Tigers.
Yeah.
So Mitchell went for the Tigers, pretty funnily, until like 2016.
Yeah.
And then and now he's a full Melbourne guy.
Yeah, he always wants to be old.
He's a
though.
weirdo.
Yeah, he always
He's
wants
a
to be
weirdo.
old. He's into his heavy metal and his guitar making courses.
Let's ring Mitchell right now. He's never been on the podcast.
Yeah. This is dog shit, by the way.
Yeah.
Just a quick review of the berry edition sugar-free Red Bull.
Is it vanilla berry one?
Nah, it's forest fruits.
Because I had a vanilla berry one the other day,
that sounds
that was
nice.
really interesting. We're
Yeah,
calling
right.
Mitchell someone who has changed his teams in adult times from Richmond to Melbourne.
Hello?
Mitchell Kelly,
Oh, how are you?
you're on the podcast.
Oh, good. What's up?
Why did you change from Richmond to Melbourne?
Because during the thing was the mid 2000s, it was Richmond lost to Port in the final series, and then Melbourne just got Paul Roos as coach. And then I was like, I'm going to jump on this rebuild. And also because I was going to all the games with you, and then I just kept doing that.
But then Richmond won 3 flags.
Yeah, that was the unfortunate part of that story.
Do you think it's okay to change teams?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Would you
I'm sure.
Are you going to change your team again?
I don't know, maybe.
To
Suns look alright.
Yeah, I'm going to follow the
Jump
Suns.
on the Suns. That's what Brady's doing, just a little bit.
I am. I'm riding the Suns all the
I
way.
got heaps of photos of you with sun scarves on and stuff.
got-
I
I've
can
got-
bag out.
Yeah, well, you're not. You can't hit Tom.
Yes, you can, Mitchell.
What's he saying?
Thank you, Mitchell, for joining us. Goodbye.
Alright, hooroo, ta-da.
Well, there you have it. I think we covered that adequately.
Yeah.
But
really well.
if other people feel differently, but like I'm someone, leave the fuck early. Who cares? Leave early. What does it mean? You don't leave early. What if your team's shit and they're losing? Then leave early.
But then you like people to show up every week, so
Show up, but then leave early.
you can't have it both ways.
Yes, you
People-
can.
Some people like to watch at home, and that's how they support.
I think showing up is hope, and leaving early is defeatism, which I have.
Clearly.
All right.
Here's one from Baden.
Now, I don't want to dox this person,
Yeah.
so I don't know what to do, but it's a fantastic name for reasons I can explain off mic.
Yeah, I don't know what those reasons are, but yeah, sure. If you buy a game, so we're talking about why you would buy a game, or last week we were speaking about why
like-
you would buy a DVD or
It's literal.
physical
Media. Physical media.
Because some of the PlayStation 5s don't even have it.
Why would you have physical media of things if everything's streamable and buyable on YouTube?
Exactly right. Oh, by the way, Switch 2 coming just before our World Tour. Very, very good timing. Elden Ring on the Switch 2. Can't wait.
Because this is during our 20s, we spent every day on a plane to America or the UK,
Yes.
so everyone had Switches.
Yes.
So I bought a Switch.
Play 2K?
And I was like, I feel sick. I don't want to play this. So
I would play Breath
I
of the Wild.
gave my Switch to my neighbour's boy,
Mm.
and I don't know if he plays it.
Oh, he would. Like, Mario is really popular. You
They were
know,
like,
the-
oh yeah, I want this. Oh, thank you.
Odyssey's really fun. I played a lot of Odyssey and
I gave
a lot of the Pokemon
for
games.
no reason. I gave him a full game with like 5 games and a Switch. Is that a nice thing to do?
That's a very nice thing to do, Braden. You're a saint. Anyway,
Like I'm a good guy.
Baden says if you buy a game on whatever platform shop, whether it's Steam, PlayStation Store, etc., you aren't actually buying a copy of the game. You are buying a license to play the game. If the developers or the storefront decide to pull that game, which does happen for a heap of reasons, then you lose access to the game permanently. Which is what you were saying about don't buy on YouTube, because then if YouTube deletes it eventually, you won't actually own it. You got to own the physical copy.
Okay, all right, interesting. I think that's a fair point. What else has this guy got to say?
No, that's it. And then we have one from David. Last one.
Yeah.
Broden, Swanee here. You mentioned on one of the last pods that 50% of your personality is 76ers and the Ds.
Yeah.
As a long-suffering Sixers fan, I think I have the solution.
Yeah.
Just add more teams.
Yeah.
The season sucks. Let me go again. The Sixers suck, no worries. Get into NFL, the Eagles just won the Super Bowl. The Eagles start losing, no sweat. The Philadelphia Flyers ice hockey team are a fun watch, even when they're tanking. Etc., etc., etc.
I did this with Tottenham and they suck too. Everyone sucks.
You just got to have like one team that's dominant.
But you know what the truth is though?
Yeah.
Every team sucks.
Yes.
What's one team that really has never sucked and doesn't suck?
I feel like if you barracked for the Brisbane AFLW team, you'd be pretty stoked.
Yeah,
So
but
you could get on Brisbane.
they'll eventually suck.
Yeah, that happens, like eventually, right?
Yeah. Who's a team in the history of sport who doesn't suck?
Yeah, I have no idea. But
Like, is there one team in the world in any sport that you can say there's no like, but this? Do you know what I mean?
probably not. Like some of the big soccer teams, right, would probably be close. Like they have shit years, but overall they're all, like
I would say
United's always.
I'll go.
around it,
Man
right?
City are incredibly good, but they are
Always,
owned
right?
by legitimate monster evil people. So they lose.
So they lose.
Man United suck.
Yeah.
Liverpool sometimes suck.
Yeah.
Like they don't win every year. The New York Yankees lose sometimes. Lakers sometimes suck.
Oh yeah, Lakers suck all the time.
Everyone sucks. That's the truth of it.
If you're 25 and you barracked from Geelong since birth, you're pretty stoked.
You've seen one flag, which being around,
You've seen like 4.
if you're 25.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've seen.
And you've been in finals
No, hang
every
on.
single year.
You've seen 3.
And played finals every single year. You'd be stoked. 4. Paddy's saying 4.
What's
Paddy
the
knows.
fourth? 22.
07, 09, 2011.
Oh yeah, you're
22.
correct. Yeah. But
You're
you're a
stoked.
little dork loser, so it doesn't count when you're a little kid.
Yes, I am.
But also, do they count if you've got 9 salary caps?
If everyone's employed by Cotton
Yeah.
On.
Yeah. If it takes 9 salary caps to win 4 flags, and some people claim that they've won 4 flags this century. I think that's fake news. That's the left-wing woke mindset. And there it is.
I'm loving that you brought this energy today.
Well, I've just come hot off stage.
Yeah, I can tell too.
Yeah, I'm vibing. Do you know what's funny in my show tonight?
Yeah, tell me.
I did a bit, right? And then
Yeah.
I throw this a thing, and then it comes back, and I hear a crowd member just as clear as day go, "That's funny." And I just stop the show and go, "Did someone just say that's funny?" I was like, "That's the best heckle I've ever heard." Anyway, all right, that's Wacky Willy Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow with Marnie. Hit it.
Wacky Willy Wednesday.